You've been discarded by a narcissist. You finally start moving on, healing, maybe even feeling good about yourself again. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, they text you, "Hey, how have you been?" Sounds innocent, right? But is it really? Why do narcissists revalue you after they threw you away? Is it regret, love, or something much darker? In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly why they do this, how they manipulate you, and most importantly, how to break free from their control. When a narcissist discards you, they're convinced they can do better. They're always chasing a new supply, someone fresh, exciting, easy to manipulate. But reality doesn't always match their fantasy. When their new partner stops worshipping them, when admiration fades, or when they realize they miscalculated, they start looking backward. I've seen so many cases where a narcissist suddenly reaches out months after the discard. Why? Because their new partner called out their behavior, because they lost control, because their fragile ego needs reinforcement. And who better than someone they already trained to give them validation? This is called a narcissistic injury. When their ego is bruised, they go back to an old supply to rebuild their sense of power. Here's the scariest part. Narcissists don't actually think you have the right to move on. Even if they discarded you, they still feel entitled to your attention. To them, you're not a person with free will. You're an object in their emotional inventory. Ever notice how they suddenly show interest the moment you seem happy? The moment you start dating again, they appear? That's because they see it as a challenge, a game of reclaiming what was theirs. This is why they use tactics like love bombing or fake apologies. It's not about rekindling love, it's about control. The moment they think you're slipping away, they drop a breadcrumb, a simple "hey" message, an old inside joke, even a like on your social media. If you react, they know they still have power. Try this experiment. If a narcissist reaches out, go completely silent. Watch what happens. They'll escalate. They might fake a crisis, guilt trip you, or suddenly start talking about how much they've changed. That's how you know it was never about you. It was always about their control over you. A friend of mine once told me about how their narcissistic ex discarded them like trash. Months later, out of nowhere, the ex texted them saying, "I miss you. No one understands me like you do." At first, they felt special, like maybe this time, things would be different. But within weeks, the cycle repeated. The love bombing turned to criticism. The admiration turned to control. And soon, they were discarded all over again. Only this time, it hurt even more. This is the dangerous trap of revaluation. It's not love, it's a power move. But what happens when you don't fall for it? When you ignore the "hey" text, the fake crisis, the guilt trip? Narcissists can't handle rejection. If they realize they can't manipulate you anymore, they go into damage control mode. Some will lash out, sending angry messages, trying to guilt trip you, or even smearing your name. Others will immediately jump to a new victim, parading them online to make you jealous. They might even pretend to be happier than ever, just to get a reaction out of you. But don't fall for it. It's all an illusion, a desperate attempt to regain control. So why do narcissists revalue you after discarding you? Not because they miss you, not because they love you, but because they fear losing control. And if you let them back in, they'll discard you again. Only worse. This is a cycle, and the only way to win is to break free for good. Subscribe for more content like this.